Hi you guys, if you want to learn how to make my easy and delicious chicken tortilla soup, stay tuned. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is put in a couple tablespoons of vegetable oil in a large pot, along with some onions. These are frozen onions, you guys, and maybe about a half a cup or so. I'm going to let them saute for a few minutes until they're nice and tender. Once my onions are cooked down nicely, I'm going to go ahead and add in my minced garlic. I love me some minced garlic, you guys. So I'm putting in about a tablespoon or so, but you can add in as much or as little as you would like. I'm going to stir the onion and the garlic together for about 30 to 45 seconds or so because I don't want to risk burning my garlic. And now I'm going to add in a little bit of tomato paste, maybe a half a tablespoon or so, and stir those ingredients around for another 30 to 45 seconds. And while I'm stirring, I know you guys see the bottom of my pan is brown. It is not burned. My pan is not like at a super high heat, but that brownness is called fond, and it happens when you saute vegetables or saute meat and you have those little brown bits at the bottom of your pan. You guys, that is just flavor, okay? So now what I'm doing is deglazing my pan with some chicken stock, and while I am pouring in the chicken stock, I'm using my spoon to kind of scrape off that flavor off the bottom of my pan. So we are building layers of delicious flavors, you guys. So I used about 6 cups of chicken stock, and after I've poured all that in and scraped off the bottom, I'm going to be using one 28-ounce can of basil, garlic, and oregano diced tomatoes, and I'm also using one 10-ounce can of mild diced tomatoes with green chilies, which is super duper yummy, you guys. So after I've poured both of those in, I'm just going to go ahead and give my soup a nice stir, just like so. And now we're going to go ahead and get into the seasoning. So the first seasoning I'm going to be using is, yes, 1 pack of taco seasoning. It's good, I promise. So, and I'm also going to be using some adobo. You guys know I love my adobo. I'm also going to be using chicken bouillon, but this is like chicken bouillon that's crushed up, so it's like a powder already, and I'm going to be using a couple tablespoons of that just to boost up that delicious chicken flavor. And I'm also going to be adding in some onion powder, some garlic powder, some pepper, and 1 bay leaf. And you guys notice that I didn't say anything about salt. There are certain dishes that I like to wait toward the end of cooking before adding salt, because once they cook down, they just taste a little bit different than what they tasted like in the beginning. So I just wanted to hold off on the salt until after my soup simmered for a while. But I did went ahead and tasted it at the beginning stages, and it tasted delicious, you guys. So now I'm going to go ahead and add in 1 can of black beans that I drained and rinsed off. And I'm also adding in 1 can of corn, you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a nice stir and put on the lid and let that simmer for approximately 25 minutes. And while the soup is simmering, I just went ahead and shredded up 2 chicken breasts that I had cooked earlier. All right, you guys, so after about 25 minutes or so, we're going to go ahead and check on our soup, give it a good stir, and taste it. I'm always encouraging you guys to taste your food as you go, because how else are you going to know what it needs? It's cool to have a precise recipe, but at the end of the day, everybody's palate is different. So I'm always going to encourage you guys to taste your food and season to your liking. So after tasting my soup, I found that it needed a couple small dashes of salt, and after that, it was absolutely perfect. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and add in the chicken that I shredded earlier and let the soup continue to simmer for another 20 minutes. All right, you guys, so our soup is done simmering. We're going to go ahead and give it a good stir, fish out that bay leaf, and serve it up. So this soup is absolutely perfect on its own. You can just go ahead and grab your bowl and eat it just like this. But I'm going to add a few toppings that I really love, which is some avocado, some shredded cheese, a dollop of sour cream, and some tortilla strips. And that is it, you guys. This dish was so delicious, so warming, so hearty, and so filling. It is getting cold outside, even here in Florida. So this soup is perfect for this type of weather. It is so good, you guys. I hope you consider adding this dish to your dinner menu this week. If you do, I hope you love it just as much as me and my family did. I love y'all. I thank y'all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up. That really does help my channel. And share it with a friend if you think they need something yummy for this week. So I love you guys. I thank you so much for watching as always. And I will see y'all in the next one. Until then, bye.